All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or more likely, welcome to my channel. It's been a while since my last upload. It was like, ooh, end of February, so about 4 months since my last upload, and boy, have things changed. You can't tell, but under here, there are bangs, so there's that going on. Um, and my setup's new. Well, new. I just moved to my desk instead of sitting on the ground because that was hurting my back. Mama is old. Anywho, I also fixed the mic situation, so no more audio oopsies, fingers crossed. Before I get into the bulk of the video, I just want to go ahead and say that I do plan on being a little more consistent in making videos, just a smidge, maybe not every 4 months, maybe a little sooner, but I still plan on being inconsistent with my uploads, so you will see some more content soon, but also later. Today we're talking about Scooby Doo characters that I would like to see in a more reoccurring role. Just real quick, whenever I really love something or even like something, I tend to hyperfixate on that. And so then I come up with these think pieces, such as the topic of this video. By the way, I hope you're enjoying the thumbnail art because I made that in high school and I'm still so proud of it. Have my Photoshop um, skills improved since then? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that's neither here nor there. Just a quick disclaimer, this isn't a ranking list of who I'd like to see more than the other, and it's not in no particular order. So there we go. Now we can start. Alright, at the top of my list, the very first one that came to mind was the Hex Girls. I also kind of have an issue with their names, because in the background with the backup singers, no offense to the girls, we got Dusk and Luna, and then we have Miss I Want to Be Different in the lead, Thorn. She just did not get the memo, I guess. Like, they were all going for a theme, or the assignment was, sort of murky or like dark theme. I don't know. So they come up with Dusk and Luna, and then we got Thorn. She couldn't have been Dawn. Whatever. Thorn is still sexy, probably the sexiest one. Not probably, she is. No offense to the other girls, but there's a reason why they're in the back. Anyway, I think it would be really fun to see them in a spin-off show of their own where they take on more folklore cases or like witchcraft stuff. Kind of like how they were doing with the introduction of the Hex Girls, like that whole line of movies starting with Scooby Doo Zombie Island, and I don't know which it ended with, but just that sort of era of the Scooby Doo movies where they were taking on actual monsters and stuff as opposed to unmasking just people in masks. I think it would be cool if they sort of return to that in with the Hex Girls, uh, and just let the Scooby Gang do their gang stuff. Moving right along, I have Mary Jane from the Scooby Doo live action film. Style icon, first of all. Very beachy look, very beach inspo. I feel like a lot of people should take note of her outfits when they think about Coachella, or just beach stuff. And she should just be added as a reoccurring role based on her name alone. There's so much you can do with that, especially with Shaggy. So I would love to see Mary Jane be a common high school student that the gang frequently runs into. Next up, I have someone from Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, one of my favorites. Cried over her. That show got real dark. Hot Dog Water, or Marcy Fleech, also known as Velma's girlfriend. And fun fact, Linda Cardellini, who played the live action Velma, came back to voice Marcy. So it was pretty much Velma x Velma. Gotta love that. I would really like to see her return, also to date Velma, because I don't think we got enough of that. She was also super smart, misunderstood. I think there's a lot of stuff you could do with the character. Um, yeah, I'm a huge Hot Dog Water fan. Woot woot. But on the topic of Velma, I would also like to continue with my next character, Gibby Norton from What's New, Scooby Doo. He was that annoying nerd character that was always hitting on Velma, and Velma was like, back up, skis. You're a zero and you can't get with all of this. And she was right. I think it would be interesting if they added some, maybe like a redemption to his character, if they wanted to go along that nice guy route, where he finally says, Velma, you know what? After you saying no to me and me finally getting that you don't want to be with me, I think I'm gonna choose to respect your wishes. But girl, I also respect you. So if you need anything, I'm here for you. Of course, that is the idealistic route. But if they wanted to go with a more realistic, he could be all like, "But I'm so nice. I do all these things for you, Velma, and you're so unappreciative. You're such a bitch. You're such a bitch." Um. So yeah, I think there are ways you can play with it. I think Gibby Norton should come back just because he was really annoying, and I enjoy a nice annoying character getting their comeuppance, as anyone does. Another character I would like to return is Miyumi from Scooby Doo Legend of the Samurai Sword. Now, Miyumi was in the movie a Japanese karate student who Daphne was friends with, and they were kind of rivals. And I think Daphne needs some rivals, and with Miyumi especially, in terms of combativeness, she could go hand to hand, literally. The girls could fight. Great action scenes could be made from them. You could make Daphne into a John Wick character, really, but also just diversifying. Not everyone, because I think all the people except for the one black girl in the Hex Girls, they're all white. So, why not diversify? Get that foreign exchange student, have her be a member of Coolsville High or Crystal Cove High. Crystal Cove was in Mystery Incorporated. I got the knowledge. But yeah, I think Miyumi was a really fun character for the movie, and then she decided to go traveling, so she could be a character that they continuously meet on the road, or if they wanted to go the high school route, they could go the high school route. Lastly, now this one's kind of, I don't know if she would be considered a glub shadow. I don't even know that term, to be honest. I'm a fraud. But anyway, my last one is from Mystery Incorporated, and it's Alice May. And it continues with the fact that Daphne needs a rival, and Alice May was on her ass. And by her ass, I mean Fred. She was a bad bitch. She was giving bad bitch energy. And then, Fred was like, I gotta go with my best friend Daphne, which kind of a win, but also, it must have stung just a little bit for Daphne. Anyway, Alice May is that girl. I could see high school bully. I just think she should return because she was really fun. She got a really good design. She was interesting, voiced by the girl that does Teen Titans Starfire and sometimes Harley Quinn. She's my favorite modern Harley Quinn, by the way. Better than Tara Strong. You didn't hear that from me, but you did. But yeah, that rounds out my list. I did have a bunch of others, but I thought I might keep it just short and sweet this time. Um, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This is going to be much easier to edit. I do still hate editing, but I will try my best for you guys. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you enjoyed in the comments, or if there were some Scooby Doo characters that you would like to return, or even some stories that you would like to be further developed with some of these other characters. And with that, goodbye.